Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the Strike Streams Sunday edition. I hope you guys are doing well and that you're having a very good weekend. Normally it would be a couple of days since I last checked in with you, but I did a stream yesterday because I didn't do one on Friday. So I didn't do one on Friday, but I made up for it yesterday. We went back to the old classic 11 a.m. Saturday slot, which we may end up going back to one day in the future. But right here, right now, we're sticking with our Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and today is Sunday. So, how are we all doing? I hope you guys doing well. And Xander got shiny Gigantamax Toxtricity. That's awesome, Xander. Congrats. I love that. And on a separate DA. So basically, we were the problem. Thank you for letting us know. So let's say hi to some people very quickly. So Kevin, hi, and Tenchi, hi, and Xander, hi, and congratulations again. And then Kieran, hi, and Nightbot, hi, and Kiba, hi, and who else is here? Was there? If I missed anyone, please let me know. I feel like there's someone I've missed, but I don't know. My computer's a little bit off to the side here or something today, so let me can I move that a little closer? There we go. That's a little bit better, like marginally better, isn't it? Right. Oh, Kieran, you got your Zygarde. Yes. Sorry, Xander, your moment has been ruined already. Kieran, you got Zygarde. Yes, congrats. That is fantastic. See, it was always gonna happen. The mathematics was always gonna work in your favor. And it finally did. So, now, I know that once Cheese is here, we're supposed to talk about Studio Ghibli. However, if Cheese does join in a minute, there is something I'll talk about first, like a story from yesterday. So, if Cheese enters the chat, like, I'll sort of tell you guys the story anyway, but if Cheese comes along, and I was like, hang on, Cheese, before we do Studio Ghibli, we'll talk about the story that from last night. So, but yes, Kieran, you are forbidden from complaining about bad luck ever again because you finally got it. And like these things happen. Like, I mean, Xander's done probably like what's like over 125 or so without getting a shiny legendary. So. And we've kind of lost count now. Maybe Xander has a way to get a more accurate live total, but again, it happens. Like, we have slow period. Again, I know that for like half a year now, I've generally had pretty good shiny luck, but that's because during the first 2 months of the Strike streams, I had terrible luck. Apart from the Mewtwo. So I got the Mewtwo, which was brilliant, and then after that, it was terrible luck for a while, and then now it's kind of balanced out, but. It's just how maths works. It's just how maths works. So yeah, no shiny since Christmas, except for Zygarde. But Kieran, seriously, congratulations. I know you worked really, really hard for that, and you really deserve it. So just well done. Congratulations. You have one less thing to do in phase 2. Okay, so hang on. I may need to cough again in a sec. But anyway, let's get the old spreadsheet to Reno and figure out what we can do and stuff like that. So many Heatrons and Dialgas. Exactly. Yeah, see? Kevin gets it. Okay. So let's get the old ticket arena up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what guys can do and who's around and who can play. So we've got Thunderous, Uxie, and Blacephalon are the tickets, so please write Strike I can do, and let me know which tickets you can do. I can do Thunderous, Uxie, and or Blacephalon, okay? So, ready, set... Oh, hang on. Wait for it. I'm faking you out. Ready, set, Bo! Let me know what you can do. DKGKB! Hello, welcome. Good to see you, Donkey Kong. How you doing? Happy Sunday. So well done. Bo's all choked up. You accidentally put chalked up, but which makes it sound like, I don't know, chock-a-block? What's chock-a-block? I don't know. But I do need to have water, you are correct. Xander was looking for a Vaporeon, Flareon, or Jolteon, and not a single one showed up. Wow! Tenchi's making Supper for you and Nance. You can't join yet. Well, that's okay. That's totally okay. And by okay, I mean it's not okay. Xander the Hammer. No, that's totally fine, Tenchi. No worries. Thank you for letting me know, and thank you for not writing, like, strike, but I can't play now, because it's like, no, that's what strike. Strike means you're able to play. But again, okay, so here we go. So let's see what we've got. We've got Cuba and a Kevin and a Kieran and a Do. Oh, is it just the 3 of you so far? Okay, yeah. So you can, but you can all do anything. Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of that and say, let's go for a Yuxi, shall we? So let's get Kevin, Kiba, and the spreadsheet. It's filling out itself. This is a Christmas miracle. Crammon, thank you very much. And also, hi, happy Sunday. I wonder if Crammon finds that joke at all funny. Well, not funny. Not that I expect you guys to be like, not that I expect you guys to be like, like every time I say it, but just I wonder if there's a groan-inducing like, this joke again. Okay. Anyway, Bark. Oh, Cool Man, yeah, is here. Hello. Oh, well then, hang on. Let's figure this out, shall we? Actually, no, Cool Man, yeah, I will have you in Team 2, if that's okay. But I've got you in Team 2, okay? So, Team 1, Yuxi, we've got Kiba, Kevin, and Kieran, so please get ready. And then Cool Man, yeah, we'll figure out what to do with you in Team 2. Maybe we'll do Thunderous, maybe we'll do Blacephalon. But does that sound okay? We'll do one of them. And it depends on, like, who else is here in the next, like, 20 minutes or whatever. Let's do this thing, shall we? But yeah. Sir Trecklesworth III. That is a brilliant name. Xander, is that someone we know but who's changed name? Or is this a new person? Because I want to make sure if it's a new person that I'm like saying hi to them, and if it's someone that I don't, who I should know, I want to make sure I do know. But no, hi. Okay, so here we go, everyone. So Team 1, you're new. Ah, well, brilliant. Sorry, we get people who change names often, so sometimes I'm like, is this someone who's like new, or is this someone who's changed name? Well, welcome. Lovely to see you. So we're about to do our first Dynamax adventure of the day, and this is going to have, this is going to be Kiba, Kevin, and Kieran, okay? So Kiba, Kevin, Kieran, please get ready. Please talk to the nice scientist lady. And we're going to select Yuxi. Oh, reminder, tomorrow will be 4 weeks ago since I got my shiny Mesprit, so hopefully we get a golden Yuxi to, matching set. But that means that mathematically, today is the day where I should get a shiny. Otherwise, if I don't, it means I'll have gone over odds. So, do you guys think I will get the shiny today if we do like 5 Dynamax adventures today? Do you think we'll get it? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in chat. Okay, that's going to be code. We're going to go 04130210. As a reminder, we're going to have, this is Team 1. This is Kiba, Kevin, and Kieran. Okay? So... Zada, me when I see any new. Who are you? I'm pulling you over. Checks history. But yeah. No, seriously, Sir Trecklesworth III, can I say, I love that name. That is great. That is that is a name. You could learn something, Kevin. No, I'm kidding. But sorry. Kevin and I have a certain rapport. But okay, so we got Kevin, we got Kieran, and then we just need Kiba. But will it be Odachi, or will it be Shirito? That is the question. But Sir Trecklesworth III, what brings you to a Pokémon Sword and Shield Dynamax Adventures stream in the year 2025? Are you a shiny hunter yourself? Would you like to, say, play with us in the next Dynamax adventure? We'd already lined up the team for this one, but if you're interested in joining the next one, we'd love to have you play along. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I didn't talk about Yuxi. You guys know Yuxi, it's weak to Bug and Dark and Ghost. And so I'm actually going to go with Beheeyem because it resists Psychic, but has a Dark move. Has Levitate, so don't use ground moves. I got all distracted, and there we go. Cheese is here. Janet Marty. Who are you people? That's funny. Oh, you don't have the DLCs. Oh, that's a shame. they are like less of value in the year 2025. I feel like they were a bit more. I feel like some of the things they offered and that they give to people were better when the games were like more relevant, when like the competitive format was in Pokemon and stuff like that. But they're still good fun, and it's a fun way to get shiny legendary Pokemon if you play this mode. Let's see, we've got Weezing and Machoke. The Weezing and Machoke. Toxtricity. Hey, Xander, do you need one of them? Let's see, Quagsire. Oh gosh, a Sceptile. There's a ghost there, but it's a Doublade. Oh gosh, this is not great, is it? Okay, I'm going left for Weezing because I'm super effective against it, but then again, we're super effective against fighting types as well, so ignore me. I'm all flustered. I'm trying to say hi to new people, and I'm trying to say hi to Cheese. Hi, Cheese. And you shiny hunted on Pokemon Scarlet, though. Shiny hunting on Scarlet's fun, right? Like, do you do, like, sandwich hunts and stuff like that? Because, yes, like, if you do sandwich hunting is loads of fun. And it's like, such, like, an accessible way to get shiny Pokemon. I did a few Scarlet shiny hunting streams, like, a year ago or so. And I've just done a lot of Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting as well, like off-screen and off-stream. But yeah, they're really fun games to shiny hunt in. So Cheese, I know Ghibli. So Cheese, I was just saying to everyone, I am going to talk about Studio Ghibli once we're like settled in and stuff. But I actually do have a story I want to tell first beforehand and stuff like that. So yeah, you do sandwiches, Sir Trecklesworth the third. Cool, nice. What are some of the coolest shinies you got from sandwich hunting? What are some of the most difficult ones you've got from sandwich hunting? And what things are you yet to sandwich hunt, but you would still like to sandwich hunt for? Like, you're kind of like, yeah, someday I kind of want to go after so-and-so. I'm interested. Okay, let's see. You also play Pokemon Go, and you have a few shinies nearly 9 years after the game came out. Yeah, Pokemon Go, yeah, I use that for shinies a lot, particularly like the legendary Pokemon. It's like this and Pokemon Go are like where I get my shiny legendaries. But I get other things as well, like things that like aren't in this game and Scarlet and Violet, so... Shiny Salazzle was hardest, definitely. Oh, Sir Trecklesworth. I have a YouTube short. I have a YouTube short of when I got a Salazzle, and I highly recommend checking it out. I will apologize preemptively if you do go ahead and watch it, but I do have a fun short of... I basically set up a stream that was dedicated to Salazzle shiny hunting, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. I mean, I've probably given it away what happens, but it's a fun short. Okay. Red and Purple Toxtricity live performance. But let's see. Hang on. Right, did I miss anything else? Oh, Lily Iris. Sorry, I didn't get to say hi to you. Hi, welcome. Okay, we don't want Machoke because that's bad against Uxie. We've actually got like 3 Pokemon pretty solid. Like, Cryogonal's like the main thing we want to switch, right? And then maybe if there's something better than a Beheeyem, then we could. But yeah, sorry, I got really behind on chat there. So, okay. Let's see what we got. Toxtricity, no. Sceptile. We do have berries if we go for Mr. Mime. I think we should probably go for the Doublade. I know it's not the best thing, but it is a Ghost and Steel type. So, question is, who do we... I've gone for Sceptile, because, I don't know. Because everyone else said to go for Sceptile. And it is my favorite Pokemon, so, you know, why not? Cryogonal has good special defense. That's true. That is true. Yeah, this is a weird path. Like, I don't see any like sort of Ghost, Dark, or Bug where like they have Stab. There's only like Doublade who doesn't have any Stab Ghost, so that kind of sucks. But yeah. Oh, guys, if you haven't yet clicked like on the video, if you would be able to do that, that would be so brilliant and so helpful, and I'd appreciate it so much. We're always trying to grow the channel and meet new people, like Sir Trecklesworth. So yeah, if you haven't clicked like on the video yet, it's hugely appreciated. So, guys, I think we kind of have a bit of a plan here. Like, we're going to go for the Doublade, and then we're going to go for the Uxie. So I'll tell you guys a quick story. So, yeah, on Friday, I helped my roommate go to the vet with one of her cats. Oh gosh, hang in there, Cryogonal, old buddy, old pal. Imagine having to do Nihilego with grass types and winning. Oh my gosh. That certainly sounds like something. But yeah, no. So basically yesterday, we went out and fed the stray cats, as we do. And when we were like almost done feeding them, because like the cats sort of seemed a bit spooked by something, and we kind of looked to see like if anyone or anything was there, and there was a dog kind of like on the sidewalk, just kind of sniffing around. And we were sort of looking at the dog, just seeing where he goes and stuff, make sure he but like there was like no one with him, and he like wasn't on a leash or anything. And we sort of like waited a few seconds because we could sort of see he wasn't on a leash, but like, oh well, maybe someone's walking him like without a leash, but like no one came along. And so, the cats are all done, so we sort of gathered up like the plates and stuff. And then we sort of walked up to this dog and like said hi to him. But there was like no one around, like no one with him, no one frantically looking for him or whatever. And so we kind of followed him around a bit, and then we sort of grabbed him one or two times. But we sort of followed him around to see if, like, I don't know, he was like kind of close to home and knew how to get back home or anything, or see if we would bump into someone. So we kind of like followed him around a bit or whatever, and then basically, and then we kind of got quite close to our house, and then he kind of was like following us. And at that point, it was kind of like, well, he's kind of close to the house. I don't know if like any kind of double swap might be warranted here, but like, I don't. Actually, yeah, because Cryogonal's not very good against Doublade, so we might as well have Sceptile. And if Sceptile uses Breaking Swipe, that's actually quite useful against. Breaking Swipe's actually quite useful against Honedge if we go against Honedge. So, and we can use, I believe we can use Stomping Tantrum here. Doublade has the No Guard ability. It doesn't have the Levitate ability, despite physically levitating. So yeah. But here we go. I want to share my supplies. Air supply. I'm going to go with Wise Glasses, because why not? Why not? So, yeah. Okay. Communicating. But yeah, so this dog, but the dog was kind of like close to the house, and at that point he'd kind of been like following us around and stuff. And it was kind of like, well, if we can get him, our building kind of has like a gate on it kind of thing, and then there's like a load of like sort of apartments kind of or whatever. So we were like, well, if we can get him in the gate, we can kind of keep him from like running off anywhere, and we can like reconvene and regroup and post stuff to social media and make phone calls and give this dog some food and some water or whatever. But obviously it was just very stressful, because it was like really stressful with like the cats who he could like smell through the door, because we didn't bring him in the house or anything, but he could like sense the cats there and stuff, and he like chased after Cowbell, who's an indoor-outdoor cat, so like the cow was outside unfortunately, so he chased off the cow, and it was all very stressful and stuff. And luckily my roommates were awesome, and a couple of neighbors were like awesome as well. But it was very, but it was just very stressful, like, dealing with this dog. And luckily, one of my roommates had posted to, like, a social media app where, like, an hour later, he was reunited with, like, his owner. So, I don't think the Dynamax gets impacted by something getting knocked out, is the only thing. We do need to, like, experiment with this, to see if a Pokemon gets knocked out and then a turn goes by, does that, like, impact the Dynamax order? But generally, Dynamaxing does, like, preserve the order and stuff like that, I think. So, right, what's that going over the hill? Is it a Hexbug? So we were able to reunite the dog with his owner, so don't worry. But yeah, but we basically had to sort of keep this dog outside, and like, Cowbell was all freaked out, and like, he ran off, and he ran off in a direction that he normally does not run off, and so it was just all stressful. But basically, oh man, like, there was a bit where, so when we came back, this dog just kind of like ran through, and then Cowbell was there, so he like ran off, and we're like, oh no, little buddy, no. And so, but he just would not like come back to the house, even once we got the dog like far away, like he just did not come back. And then eventually we kind of like gave the dog some food and some water and stuff, and we're kind of looking, and like one of my roommates and a neighbor was like with him or whatever, and then suddenly like Cow was kind of next to me, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I can pick him up and bring him in. So I kind of did that, but then I thought the neighbor and my roommate like kind of had the dog, but like, or were like further away and had the dog held, but like they didn't. So then I like had Cowbell in my arms, and then like the dog like started coming up to me, and like Cowbell completely freaked out, and he just like slashed me up like so badly. Like I have this massive gash on my arm from where he just completely sliced me up. And then he ran off in the aforementioned direction. Okay, so yeah, so if we switch Sceptile here, this will be cool. And then at least we'll have something that like defensively. Oh, and one thing. Oh no. Oh, we wanted the Doublade. Dang. Okay. Because the thing is, Doublade could have used Max Knuckle, and then that could have helped out Armaldo as well. So, yeah. Okay, we'll have to see how this goes, because, yeah, Sceptile really doesn't have anything good. Well, I mean, it kind of has, like, Max Overgrowth, which I don't think Yuxi will benefit from because of the Levitate. But it is nice having, like, a stat boosting or stat lowering move, like a Max Knuckle, against Yuxi. Which Doublade did have. But it's okay. I think we'll still beat this because we've got 3 things with, like, super effective moves, so it should be alright. It should be fine. But, well, I mean, what does Sceptile offer that Doublade doesn't? It doesn't have any resistance to anything, and it doesn't have any way to boost any attacks or anything. So, like, I don't know. Oh, wait, Sceptile has X-Scissor. Okay, that's okay. I mean, it is a physical move, but maybe that'll work. I forgot Sceptile has X-Scissor. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, Shadow Sneak. I mean, and it will lower the special attack. I forgot Sceptile has X-Scissor, so yeah, my bad. That's okay then. But yeah, again, it's never going to do that much damage, unfortunately. Magic Room. More like a Magic Broom. Oh no, our items. I just would have loved to have been able to, like, power up Armaldo. I think that would have been fun. And I guess Dusclops if it's going with Shadow Sneak. But anyway. But yeah, so the cow, who's our cat, who's one of our cats. Yeah, so the cat completely sliced me up, and I've got a massive gash on my arm. Because he just gets so silly when he's all panicked, and so he just completely sliced me up. And yeah, but yeah, like, sort of holding on to this dog and, like, keeping him, like, in our building, but, like, away from people and stuff was just very stressful. And very annoying. But again, I'm so glad we did do it, though, because we just kind of knew if we were able to keep him in one place for a while, like, we would have a chance of reuniting him with someone. Because he very obviously, like, belonged to someone. He had a collar, but he didn't have, like, a tag or anything. So I hope the guy gets a tag for him. Right, anyway, Swift. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, though. We can just shake it off. So that's pretty good. And then here we go. Okay, we actually have done 2/3 of the health. So, again, we have all these super effective moves. So I guess that does help for sure. Right, here's the Max Flutter. Bye, 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 bye. Nice. Well done, Team 1. But yeah, so anyway, that's I got sliced up by a cat, and we found a dog, and we had to, like, take care of a dog last night, and it ate into my Xenoblade time. Like, the dog ate into my Xenoblade time, and the cow ate into my arm. But yeah. But it's funny. It's almost 2 years to the day I got sliced up by, like, one of the other cats in our house before she became a lot friendlier towards us. So, oh my gosh. So I'm so glad we're able to help with the dog, because I just didn't want to leave him, and yeah, it all worked out in the end. So all's well that ends well. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Guys, if you have not put the emojis in chat yet, put some stars and sparkles for good luck. If you haven't clicked like on the video, please do it now, because we just beat a boss. And maybe the more likes we have, the more shiny luck we have. Maybe I should start saying that. Okay, here we go, everyone. Well done. Very nice work. Let's do this thing, shall we? So, Machoke is a Manoke. Sceptile is not Baja Blast. Doublade is not shiny. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I would have loved to have got a shiny Doublade. But that's okay, because you know who we could get almost 4 weeks to the day after we got a shiny Mesprit? The Golden Uxie! Oh, it's a Bluesky! Oh, the humanity. Shout out to my marine biologist friend, Humanity. Okay. Yeah, so Machoke, no sparkles. Sceptile, no sparkles. Doublade, no sparkles. And Uxie, no sparkles. Any good natures or abilities or anything? We do have the girl Doublade, but I'm just going to go with the Sceptile, because it's a Sceptile. Well, actually, no, I suppose I should check the old spreadsheet of Reno, shouldn't I? Just to check. Sceptile is from Hoenn, which we don't need. Machoke is not a Magmar. And Doublade is from Kalos, which we don't need. So, there we go. So, Sceptile, you're coming home with me. We're bringing home the bacon. Not to mention the cave cabbage, stone squash, and pebble peas. Is that it? Cave cabbage. Is it cave cabbage? Yeah, cave cabbage, stone squash, and pebble peas. Okay, would you like to keep a record of Uxie? Yes, I would. Okay, so, Dino! Hello, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, yeah, hang on. Why are you on strike? Yes, so Dino, do you know about the massive video game voice actor strike? That is happening right now, where voice actors are on strike for performing in video games because of AI protections. Do you know about that massive strike? It's very big, but a lot of people don't know about it, so that's why I'm asking. But thank you for joining and thank you for asking, because it's always good to talk about quickly. Okay. Also, guys, we've still got Thunderous and Blacephalon. We're going to do Thunderous and Blacephalon next. We'll try and figure out, we don't know which one, but could you guys let me know if you're interested in playing, could you please write strike in big capital letters, the number of times you've played today. So if you haven't played at all, write strike 0. But if you're one of the people from team 1, write strike 1. And then say I can do, and let me know who you can do out of Thunderous and Blacephalon. Okay? Ready, set, bow, let me know. And here we go. So Dino. Dino is a no. I do not, but I'm down to learn about it. Yeah, so the long story short is that voice actors are currently on strike against video games. So there's basically a lot of voice actors not working in a lot of video games right now because we're seeking AI protections. We don't want our voices to be stolen or exploited at all or anything. Like imagine if you like recorded for a video game and then your voice was just like reused and repurposed for like a bunch of other video games that you didn't give any consent to or anything like that. Like that's not cool, you know, like, you know, we want to be able to do the work ourselves. And if a client is really, really insistent that they want a robot to do it instead of us, we want to at least be able to give consent to that before they're allowed to do that. And I think that's perfectly fine and reasonable. You know, we often enter, when we do things like video game projects and stuff like that, we don't like get the scripts ahead of time or anything like that. So we don't know the things we're going to say. We don't know the things the character is going to do. And, you know, we kind of have a right to be able to say, you know, if we're, say, not cool with saying something, for example, you know, we would kind of want, we kind of want to know who are the characters we're going to play and what kind of things they might say and to give our permission and approval to do them, you know, like say if you're someone where you don't want to play certain types of characters or you don't want to say certain words, you know, you don't want your voice being made to say words that you would never want to say out loud. So, I think it's a perfectly fair and reasonable. That should be illegal. I mean, come on, if you want a voice actor, at least ask them. Thank you, Dino. You're a legend. I like you already. I mean, I like all people who come to my chat and subscribe and stuff, but you just went from like an A to an A plus for that one. But that's what I mean. Like, so, but that's the thing. There are basically greedy video game executives and CEOs who have basically taken 8 months to make this decision, Dino. Like, over 8 months to be like, yeah, but we want to be allowed to like AI voices and to like, you know, and to have like very loose provisions and stuff like that over it. And we don't want that. We just want to be safe and to still have a career. I think voice actors do add something. I know that we're not the most important cog in the machine when it comes to video games. I understand that. Don't think I have any like the audacity to think otherwise. But I do think we add something. I think you guys add something. I think the fact that a lot of you guys are like here, like, you know, you've come to my channel because, hey, you're the guy from the thing. Like, you're the voice actor for that character I love and whatever. I think that's probably testament to the fact that it's like we do add value and we do bring something to video games that, you know, and not that every video game has to have voice acting. Again, it's why we're like a smaller cog in the video game machine compared to, say, movies and television. You know, actors are kind of like the central focus of like TV and movies. In video games, actors are not, but they still add something. We still are of value. We still have skills. We still don't want to be exploited. We just want to have basic rights and safety. And I don't think that's too much to ask, but apparently some people need 8 months, over 8 months, to still not decide that and still not agree to that, which is very disheartening. But it's lovely people like you guys, the fans, the consumers, who, you know, when you guys are on our side, please know how much that means to us. We really appreciate it. And if there are official ways where you can politely and respectfully let these companies know that you are not cool with like AI voices and stuff, please use those means, you know, like comments on YouTube videos and social media posts from game companies and stuff like that, feedback forms if they ever ask for feedback on things, you know, you can let them know this stuff. You guys have power. So anyway, Buck, so thank you. Let me just check chat and stuff. Oh, hang on. Hang on a sec. But yeah, so it's just, anyway. It's quite literally putting words in your mouth. Exactly. Exactly, cool, man. Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting for it. And so it's like, you know, it's like we want to do the work, but it's like if a company is really insistent that they don't actually want us to do the work, it's like, okay, but we want to be able to like sign off on it and get paid for it. You know, like we don't want to just like record on a project and then just like have like 5 other game projects come out where we didn't record the characters, and it's like, well, I wouldn't have wanted to have played a character like that, you know? Like people have certain things, like say if you belong to a certain religion, like you might not want to play a character who does certain things, like maybe, you know, like your religion for you know, sort of restricts you from eating certain animals, so you wouldn't want to play a character that is ever portrayed as eating that animal, you know, like, so, you know, if you could just be like put into something without your permission, without your go-ahead, without your consent, that's like not cool, you know, and without being paid for it even, like, so yeah, it's not cool. Right, anyway, sorry, I think I maybe asked everyone a minute ago to say strike and stuff, but could you guys just sort of let me know, sorry, could you just let me know, thanks for the info, and I fully support the strike. Dino, thank you. Again, you've gone from A+ to A++ at this point. Thank you. Okay, sorry, so I have missed a bunch of chat there, but Gage, you just got the flaming mulches. So thank you. Okay, so yeah, could you guys let me know? Okay, so Tenchi, so yeah, Thunderous and Blacephalon is what we're going to go for. So I do apologize for taking a break here, guys, but I just, you know, when I do get a chance to talk about the strike, even if we can just get one more person to be informed about it and to get on our side, that is important. That's part of why I'm here. So thank you. Okay, so let's see. Tenchi, Kevin, Kieran. Oh, cool man, yeah. Can you oh, cool, so cool man, yeah. Can you play at all? But Oh, you've been here before. You might have asked something about shinies. I was gonna say, I feel like you have. I was gonna say, I feel like we've had like dinos before, but it's just, but like I don't always talk about the strike like every single day because it would be boring to people like Kieran and Kevin and Xander and stuff like that. But when people don't know about it, or if they've tuned in but then they don't know why we call these the strike streams and stuff, just it's important to let people know. Viv, engage. Okay. Okay, so let's have like a Tenchi. Let's have Tenchi, Gage, and Viv for like Blacephalon. Does that sound? Oh, hang on. Oh, well then, cool man. Yeah. Do you mind waiting 20 minutes for like a Thunderous? Because what we'll do if we do Blacephalon now, we can have a Tenchi, and then I know I made you wait before, but it's like we have a load of people who can do like Blacephalon right now. So could we maybe do like say Tenchi, Gage, and Viv, and then for like Team 3 Thunderous we'll have Cool Man, yeah, da 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 da. Okay, brilliant. Hello, welcome. Okay, so Team 2, Tenchi, Gage, and Viv, please come on down. Make sure you're connected to the YCOM. Talk to the nice lady. And then we're going to select Blacephalon. We're going to save Thunderous for 20 minutes from now with Cool Man, yeah. Right, okay, so let's get a code going. Let's go 0413 and then 0238. How about that? And here we go. Right, you guys know what I'm bringing up on my phone, don't you? List of Ghibli films. Although Google did try to say movies, which would also have been acceptable. Actually, maybe a visual thing would be a bit more helpful. Actually, no, that's not helpful at all. I'm going to go back to the Wikipedia list. Hang on. Hang on. Everyone's joining in. Gage, Temper, and then we just need Viv. We just need a da. Oh, Dino said, oh, I need to get, like, a shortcut, don't I? I need to get a shortcut of, like, what voices I have so that Xander doesn't have to type it out every time. Hopefully Xander can just, like, copy and paste what he'd written earlier, but... okay, so Blacephalon is very frail. It's a Ghost and Fire type that's weak to, I would say, in order from worst to best, Ghost, Ground, Dark, Rock, and Water. So that's kind of what we want to aim for. Hopefully we can get it. And then we can take it from there. Right. So here we go. Right, sorry, I needed to press another button, didn't I? Right, here we go. But yeah, so Dino, people in chat have listed my roles. See, part of the strike, Dino, is that I'm not really allowed to, like, promote the games I'm in and stuff like that. There are actually a lot of games I am technically allowed to promote, but in the spirit of the strike, I'm not doing it. So I'm going to go with Drodigan rather than Gorgeist. Okay, Nidoqueen is better anyway. But then Gorgeist does have Shadow Sneak, which is something. So, but yeah, hopefully the strike works. Thank you. I hope so too. But yeah, it's been going on for like 8 months. So basically, Dino, just to add, Gorgeist is better than Roselia, but oh gosh. Alcremie or Gorgeist are definitely the best ones. Okay, Alcremie is a good support. But yeah, so but basically, yeah, so part of the strike is like in addition to the promotion, it's like I'm not working on video games except for ones that are signed on to like a particular union contract at the minute, because that is the only thing where like AI protections are guaranteed right now. So okay, if we go to the right, there's like Vaporeon, there's Gastrodon, and then okay. And then there's like Dunsparce. Oh, we could go for Dunsparce. I do need Dunsparce for the old Spricheetorino. And I need Lurantis, but Dunsparce could be better and easier. Okay, yeah. If we switch out, say, Roselia and Alcremie here, this could be the path, basically. If we maybe do like Alcremie first and then Roselia second, this could be pretty good, right? Oh, don't worry about the Ghibli thing. Sorry, that's just like a joke from the other day. But yeah, so basically, but like video games are like a lot of my income and my workload. So I like haven't worked as much for 8 months basically, and it's kind of why I do these strikes to like try and grow my channel and to, you know, see what happens, see if YouTube can work out or something. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with a max darkness just to lower special defense, because that could help out Roselia. Although if Roselia goes nuclear on turn 1, that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but we'll see how it goes. Can I has the fish dog, Tenchi says. It depends on whether you were player 3 or 4 Tenchi, because I can't remember who was what. Oh, it's using haze, more like a maze. Right, Scorching Sands. Sounds like a plan. Okay, there's the Leaf Storm. Crud. We went nuclear on turn 1. Okay, there's the Magical Leaf. And then here's the Max Darkness. Okay, I don't know whether we'll be able to two-turn this or not. What stat changes, lol? But see, that's the thing, it reset the stats, but then it's like, okay, but I've now reset them, so... Okay, and then now I'll boost our special defense. Oh, it's using Charm. More like an alarm. Okay. You have 15 Pokemon Scarlet Shinies, and you're pretty sure a few at full odds. Nice, that's cool. Right, Leaf Storm. Yes, that's not going to do as much on turn 2. That's why you do have to be careful with, like, Leaf Storm and stuff. Because basically, if we just say used, like, a Weather Ball on turn 1 and then a Leaf Storm on turn 2, we might have, like, done a little bit more damage, maybe, but we'll have to see. No! Oh, you're Brute to Bonnet. No, Brute Bonnet. Nice! That's a good one. That is a good one. Maybe I could use the Max Airstream to, like, boost our speed or something, but oh well. Charm. Oh, fine. Waste it on me. Waste it on me. Right, Venoshock. Okay, we did it. Woo! Nicely done, everyone. Nicely done. Okay, so... Vaporeon. Yeah, so I think this would be a better switch for Alcremie. Just because Roselia is still useful for... Roselia can, like, one-shot Gastrodon, so, like, we need to keep Roselia for the next battle, for the Gastrodon, whereas, like, Alcremie is, like, less useful against Gastrodon, so Alcremie's definitely, like, the best switch here, I'm afraid. Because, like, Alcremie's Magical Leaf just, like, isn't going to be as good. I am sorry, Tenchi. But, yeah, so if Viv does a Alcremie for Vaporeon, excellent. That'll be really good. And then we can get, like, basically, like, a one-hit KO on Gastrodon, and then we should be pretty good. And then, yeah, and then we could just go for Dunsparce. I do need it for the spreadsheet, and maybe I could switch for it with my Drodigan. I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. But yeah. Anyway, Ghibli movies. I said that I was going to go through the Studio Ghibli movies, and I was going to talk about them all a bit more in more detail and say which ones I liked and which ones are some of my favorites and stuff like that. So, Cheese, are you ready? Or is Cheese like, I'm cooking dinner, I left 10 minutes ago? But so Cheese, if you please, let me know. Because that's part of the point is that Cheese needs to definitely be here. So, oh, you're going Max Ooze for a stronger Leaf Storm. Yeah, if you're faster, that could be a really good idea. What's like the speed order we have here? Let's check. 87, 114, 103. Yes, Max Ooze is great. Yeah, okay. Max Ooze sounds like a plan. Max Ooze sounds like a plan. Okay, I'm gonna use Lash Out because why not? Cheese, you're here, you're making dinner. Yay! Okay, so let's do this, shall we? So Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky, I think, is like my favorite one, so it's a good one to start with. But no, I love Castle in the Sky. I think it's really nice. Like, the dub is really well voice acted. Mark Hamill is incredible. It's just it's like a really nice story. It's visually really cool. It's just a really good one. And I like that. Here's the thing. I've sort of said yesterday, I kind of alluded to the fact that a lot of Studio Ghibli movies kind of like a bunch of them kind of feel more like a bunch of stuff that happens rather than, say, like a story or something with like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I know like having a beginning, middle, and end isn't necessarily obligatory for like a movie or something, but it's, you know, it's perhaps quite a Western thing, but I still like it and value it. Okay, I like having a nice beginning, middle, and end. And I feel like Laputa, it has a good story. Like it doesn't just feel like a bunch of stuff that kind of happens or whatever. So that's My Neighbor Totoro. I think is a pretty fun one. I do think that Totoro has a very scary roar, and I'm alarmed that the children are absolutely not fazed by this thing that is making Hulk noises. But otherwise, it's no, that's a nice one. But see, Totoro is one that kind of feels like a bunch of stuff that happens rather than like beginning, middle, end or anything like that. Oh, Roselia. Okay. Oh my gosh, sorry. Forgot to remind people. So yeah, but Totoro is a nice one. Grave of the Fireflies. This is kind of, I don't want to strictly call it my least favorite. If we go for Dunsparce on the left, that'll be good. Grave of the Grave of the Fireflies. I do not recommend people watch this film. It is an amazing piece of art. You know, I'm not necessarily the most artistic of artists. Like, I kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't sort of think of myself as an artist. I think of myself as like an entertainer more than an artist kind of thing. But I do kind of see and appreciate art in voice acting and stuff like that. And there are little things, and there are things and stuff I do that I do see as more artistic than entertaining. But my sort of reasons for doing this are more to like entertain people and connect with people, and I feel like connection is kind of a form of entertainment in some ways. Like, entertainment doesn't just mean like laughing or anything like that, but just having something like, that was a really good movie, or that was a really good TV show. You know, and I see that as like entertainment. Okay, anyway. But like, Grave of the Fireflies is an amazing piece of art, but it is an absolutely horrific film. And I don't mean horrible. Like, it's a good movie, but like, it is traumatic. It is brutal. There is nothing fun or pleasant or nice about it. It is just brutality and sadness. It's like, I do not recommend it. If you watch it once, you never need to see it again. But I don't think, even, you know, sort of, I think if you hear me, like, there might be some of you for whom you call like, oh, well, like, challenge accepted. But it's like, no. But in all seriousness, it's just, it's not at all like fun or enjoyable in any way. And again, that doesn't mean like it's bad. I don't mean that it's like boring or lame or anything. It's just, it is like an incredibly, again, it is like a brutal and harsh and like horrifying movie. So that's what I'll say. Yeah, it's like wartime in Japan. It's not, you know. So I always want to give that, you need something like a very strong stomach for it. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, but it all comes like good in the end, right? Or there are lovely little bits sprinkled throughout, and it's like, not really. It's just sadness pummeled upon sadness pummeled. It's just a pummeling of sadness and horror and scariness and awfulness. Like, so, you know. It's so, but the reason I say this, and I don't mean that in a slanderous way. I think if you're like an artistic person and you've got a strong stomach, like, or you want to learn about like history or any of those things, you know, you can find value in it. But what I'm saying is, you could watch something like a Ponyo or a Castle in the Sky, and you could be like, oh, I really like this company and their animated movies. Oh, what's this one? Grave of the Fireflies? Does this have like a whimsical firefly spirit in it or something? Voiced by Chris Pratt? Like, no, it's like, no, okay, no. It's not that kind of movie. So, just, you know, so I just want to give it a heads up, because if you see this movie like listed amongst a bunch of others, like, it is not the same as all the other movies. It is very tonally different, and, you know, it's a very sad and harsh movie. I actually think I'm going to keep my Drudigan, because I think it's better than Dunsparce. Like, it resists fire. I know Dunsparce is neutral to Ghost, but I think I think being resistant to fire is more important than being neutral to ghost. For something that's kind of frail like Dunsparce. It needs a disclaimer. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm just going through this list. It's like, Castle in the Sky. My Neighbor Totoro has some, like, sad, poignant things. Like, it's not just for, like, little kiddies or anything. You know, because it has, like, there's, like, a sick parent and stuff like that. And they're wondering, and, like, these 2 young kids are wondering whether their parent's going to get better. So, like, these movies can have serious themes, but Grave of the Fireflies is just dialed up to, like, I mean, I don't even I think it even has, like, some kind of, like, more mature rating on it or something. Like, I don't think it's, like, PG or anything like that. So I just want to say that, like, don't just lump it in with all the others. It's a very different kind of movie. Okay, Kiki's Delivery Service is wonderful. Kiki's Delivery Service is a really lovely film. It's got like a good dub cast and stuff like that as well. Kirsten Dunst from Spider-Man. It's like her when she was a kid, because she was like a child actor. So it's kind of like her when she was younger or whatever. And yeah, like she's like the dub voice, and she's very good in it. And it's like Phil Hartman. I think it was like Phil Hartman's last voice acting role, which is really sad. But like he's Gigi the cat, and yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service is just like wonderful and sort of charming and easygoing and stuff like that. It's just sort of like a nice soft film, if I dare say that. Sorry, Kevin replying to my Chris Pratt comment. What's yours opinion on Wreck-It Ralph? I've not seen the second one, but I loved the first. First one was great. I thought it was really clever, really funny. Had nice, like, emotional punch, good twists in the plot and stuff. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Kiki had Troy McClure himself. Exactly. Yeah, that's saying, hi, I'm Troy McClure. I'm your feline friend. You might know me from being your feline friend. Like, yeah, stuff like that. So, but yeah, so Kiki, lovely film, lovely. That's the thing. See, again, if you watched a movie like Kiki, you'd be like, oh, that's really lovely, and like just gentle, easy, like Sunday afternoon watching. And you're like, oh, what's this? Grave of the Firefly. No, stay away, stay away. So, Only Yesterday, I think, oh, that did get a dub like a few years ago. I haven't seen the dub. It's like Daisy Oh, by the way, sorry. Vaporeon! No. Will we get a Gastrodon? No. You can't spell Gastrodon without no. Will we get a Dunsparce? No. Oh, the humanity. Shout out to my marine biologist friend, Humanity. By the way, Team 2, very well done. But will we get my first ever Ultra Beast? I'm not optimistic, but I'm going to keep the faith. Give me the Midnight Cosmic Disco Ball Blacephalon! No! Bowser, yeah, like, this thing, the game cameos and stuff in Wreck-It Ralph are great. Right, so Vaporeon is, no, oh, wait, hang on, no sparkles. But for the old Spreadsheeterino, I need a Dunsparce, so that is the end of Johto. We did. Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants a Dunsparce, yeah. But yeah, Dunsparce. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. But yeah, let's get our Dunsparce, baby. Did anyone get a shiny? I guess not. I thought the Magic of Ghibli would get Boa shiny. It's because we're talking about Grave of the Fireflies. It's too depressing to get a shiny. But right, hang on. Dunsparce. I'll remove it from this other part of the spreadsheet. So we just need Magmar, Lampent, Lurantis, and Dubwool. Oh my gosh. Lol, you have a friend telling you being a scab isn't theft. That's the thing. When you're stealing work from someone on strike, it is stealing. Again, there are lots of ways that a voice acting role or just any kind of like passing of like one person responsible for like art from one person to another. There are lots of ways in which it's fine, right? Like obviously if a person dies and a role needs to be taken over, that's a given. Sometimes people retire, some people are just like done. Sometimes a show ends and then it gets a reboot and a new version and they decide they want to go in a new direction, so they get a new voice. Sometimes there are things like if something's non-union and then the person becomes union or gets too busy, or if their schedule gets too busy and then they can't do that old role anymore. Like these things happen, and so when there's that kind of when there is like a passing of the torch, it's cool. But the problem is that scabbing isn't a passing of the torch. It is just stealing. And that's that. So, So that's the thing I would say. Tenchi, thank you so much. Bye. But yeah, that's the thing I would always say. I would say there's a difference between passing of the torch and, like, scabbing. And passing of the torch stuff is fine. Like, that's all good. And that's when you need to be, like, supportive of new actors taking on a role. Like, oh, here's the new Doctor Who. Here's the new James Bond. Here's the new whatever, right? But, like, but yeah, when it's, like, scabbing, though, it's like you are stealing someone's role. You are taking advantage of someone who is fighting for better working rights, and you are basically kind of like taking advantage of, like, a, you know, an awful situation for your own, for sort of quote unquote your own betterment. And the thing is that we all talk to each other. Like, you're not going to have much of a career if you do that. Yeah, you'll get, like, a short-term gain, but in the long term, you're going to lose out so much. Like, it will be like the end of your career. So, you know, it's like, so yeah, anyway. Right, Dunsparce. That's Dunsparce for the Skywatcher. Hello, welcome. We got a Tenchi leaving and a Skywatcher coming in. But you can put food on the table without stealing. That's the thing. It's like, oh, it needs to put food on the table. It's like, yeah, but you can do that without stealing. You know, like, you don't have to, like, if the only way for you to have, there are two things I'm going to say here, right? If the only way for you to have, like, any kind of, like, say, artistic career or anything is to steal from other people, you probably shouldn't be in that career. Like, if you're not good enough to actually get roles without having to steal them, then you're probably not good enough, period. Thing number one. That's thing number one. Thing number two is... now I'm struggling to remember. So that's thing number one. But then thing number two... no, I can't remember now. So I'm busy saying hi to people. So Sky, we're about to do Thunderous. Oh, you can do Thunderous, right? Cool man, yeah, Cool man, yeah. Are you still around? I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but Sky can do Thunderous as well. So if we can get you in on a raid with Sky, that could be really awesome. Because yeah, we'll get this set up and then we'll, yay, okay. But, oh, and then the other thing as well is just kind of like, again, in order, like, if you really need to, like, put food on the table for, like, a family and stuff like that, if you're really that hard up, like, again, I'm sorry this sounds harsh and stuff like that, but it's like, there are other ways to, like, make money and get work. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could just go work in, like, there probably are, like, local grocery stores and stuff like that have openings available. You know, and, like, if someone is maybe literally doing everything they can and they are working, like, 3 other jobs and it's still not enough, it's still not cool, but I'd be more forgiving of that. But if you're just, like, but again, if you're not really, like, if things are really that, like, hard up for you where, like, you need to steal roles, it's like, no, you should get another job or something first. I know the job market's hard. I don't like just saying go get a job because I know that's easier said than done. But nevertheless, I still think that it's like, you know, resorting to stealing a role before, like, say, looking for other lines of employment is, you know, I don't think that's, like, a cool thing to do. I don't think that's a very, you know, nice thing to do as a person, as a human being. To kind of basically, you know, just jump the gun like that. There's a metaphor I've kind of used for certain things. I use it for a bunch of things, but it's kind of like if you're like driving through the woods and like your car has trouble and it stops and it doesn't work. If you, like, resort to cannibalism after, like, 6 days or something, like, you know, if you, like, have to resort to cannibalism after 6 days, maybe, like, you could look at that and understand it and forgive it. If you resort to it after 6 hours, like, no, mate. You know? So, there you go. Right, anyway. So, we've got Cool Man, yeah. So we've got Cool Man, yeah, and we've got Skywatcher. So is there anyone else who can do Thunderous? Could we just do, like, a strike 1, or strike 0, strike 1, I can do Thunderous? We'll just see if there's anyone else we can get in on this. But yeah, so again, sorry, I know we've had a lot of pauses today, like, to talk about the strike and stuff, but so I do appreciate your guys' patience as we sort of talk about big, important, serious things between Dynamax Adventures. I am just going to keep this Blacephalon ticket, because that's important. But yeah. Okay. So, so let's see who we've got. Okay, Kieran, Kevin, and yes, cool man, yeah, you are welcome to skip the message, because yeah, you're already assigned to the team. It's just to see if there's like anyone else. Okay, we have Kevin and we have Kieran, so maybe we could do a little quick bit of Nightbot random selection game. Right, Nightbot's gonna pick who's playing with us. So Skywatcher and Coolman, yeah, please get ready. Make sure you're connected on the Ycom. Talk to the nice scientist lady, because Kieran is our winner for the day, and is gonna, well, not for the day, but is gonna join us for a Thunderous. I know Kevin keeps having bad luck at the minute. See, that's in Kevin's got bad luck at the minute. It, like, the one time Nightbot picked him is when we were doing the negative selection game. Okay, let's get our 0413 and then like 0302. So 04130302. That's the code. Ready, set, bow. So yeah, sorry. So this is Cool Man, yeah. Finally, Cool Man, yeah. Still like Cool Man, yeah. Like fought with a bear, or something. I don't know. We'll figure out a song for you. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of things that aren't like Cool Man, yeah, has no hair. You know, it's like, well, no, hang on, that's kind of mean. Cool Man, yeah, pull up a chair as I sing this song. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we got the funny for the money, and so we just need either Zachary or Shiny. Okay. So, okay, Thunderous. I need to just talk about Thunderous. Thunderous is an electric and flying type, which means he's an awkward fellow who is only weak to rock and ice moves. So that means that we might need to rely on some stuff defensively as we go through and make our choices. The best thing defensively is if we can get a Lightning Rod Pokemon, so like Manectric or Cantonian Raichu. But additionally, obviously, ground types are great. If we can get ground types, that's really good. But the classic trio of electric resistors, grass, dragon, and other electric types can be good as well, like for resistances. Thunderous itself, it doesn't have any flying moves. What it does have is Thunder and Rain Dance for 100% accurate Thunder. That Rain Dance also pairs with Weather Ball, so it can get water-type moves in. And then it likes to use Sludge Wave for poison spread damage. That's not good against grass types if we pick grass types. But also, if we change the weather, such as with a sandstorm or with hail from Dynamaxing, just keep in mind that that Weather Ball can be used for that as well. So Thunderous could, in theory, in-game theory, use a rock move or an ice move, and if it's an ice move, that is quite dangerous. So not that we sort of super duper have a choice, but it's one of those things where when we're picking like who's a fourth place Dynamaxer, you know, like picking say like rock over ice could be a more important thing. But if we only have an ice type, then that's nice. It's still nice. Okay, so right, okay. Unfortunately, this is not a, okay. The Raichu's still good, but it's not a Cantonian Raichu. So, but yeah. These two are good because they have the resistances. But yeah. Oh, Porygon does have ice, which is nice. But yeah, Togedemaru has the resistance at least. And then Dugtru's a ground type with a rock move. That's perfect. Okay, so we actually have an okay team here. So we'll keep an eye out for like... Ground types could be quite hard if we've got two electric types. But let's see, Charmeleon... Oh, yeah, so Flygon is to the right, but Flygon's actually like not very good. So honestly, if we need to go left here, I don't mind doing that. We got Amoonguss, Clink Clank, Oranguru, Maractus, Grimmsnarl, God, honestly, I'm going to pick the Charmeleon because I think Dugtrio will be able to take it out quite nicely, and it's just going to be frailer and less bulky than Abomasnow. I know it could hit Togedemaru super effective, but hopefully this works okay. So, yeah. Righty-ho, Jones. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to add Kieran to the spreadsheet if the spreadsheet decides to work. Mr. Spreadsheet, spread me a sheet. Bum, 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 bum. Can you please work? Okay, never mind. Right. I'm going to Dynamax. I'm going to Thunderbolt, because that will help out with all the electric moves, won't it? Oh, yeah, so, yeah, Thunderbolts and Lightning are way better here. Not that Porygon was going to use Ice Beam anyway, but you know what I mean. And, yeah. So let's go back to the Ghibli list. Oh, yeah, so, let's go back to the Ghibli list or whatever. Oh, actually, well, no. So just back to the scabbing. So yeah, so those are the two things I would say. I would say if the only way for you to kind of like have a like if your career isn't kind of doing well enough, like where for you to get ahead, you need to steal someone's role, like whilst they're striking for like protections and stuff. That doesn't make you a good person, and I don't think that really says much about you as a voice actor and about your talents. Like I mean, if I was a casting person, I'd be like, if this person has to steal a role in order to, like, work, like, they're probably not going to be that good. But then additionally, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, there are, like, again, if you do have things like, oh, well, you have, like, a family to feed, it's like, okay, but then, you know, if you're, like, that hard up, like, if voiceover isn't giving you enough money to, like, feed your family and you have a family who you need to, like, help provide for, then you need to find something else. Not instead of voiceover, necessarily, but like, if that truly is the case, and it's like, well, if you need to like steal roles to feed your family, it's like, well, then you need to find other work to feed your family, because again, sort of crossing like moral barriers, and again, like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you need voiceover to feed your family, you know, sort of tanking your career, again, that short-term gain, long-term detriment. You know, well, then if you really need to feed your family, you've just blown it. Like, people aren't going to hire you now. You know, so... right, Charmeleon Jones. We don't want this, though, do we? So, no, that's the thing, we actually have a pretty good team here. The only thing we do have to be careful of, when we have a team, like, on... when we have, like, a good team right away, we do just have to keep an eye on our health and our PP a bit more, is the only thing. But other than that, though... I think we're okay. Should we go for a Moongus? Because we've got super effective things against it. Porygon has Ice. I have Psychic. Oranguru is kind of bulky, although there is a backpacker there. If we go for Oranguru, that's okay. But I think with the Amoonguss, we can get some good super effective damage in here. And yeah. But there we go. So I'm just reading the little back and forth between Cool Manny and Kevin. So right, anyway, let's get back to more Ghibli though, because yeah, talking about like some of the more stressful stuff of the voice acting strike is not, you know, less fun. The only thing that's less fun is talking about Grave of the Fireflies, which we're done talking about. No, only yesterday. I was talking about only yesterday. So I've only watched that in Japanese. Because they did have a dub for it, like, I think a year or two before I moved here or something. It had, like, Daisy... I think it was, like... Was it Daisy Ridley and, Dev Patel, I think? So maybe I'll have to watch that someday. That was quite a nice movie. There were two Ghibli movies that had never been dubbed. That one I didn't watch for, like, the longest time, and then the other one, which I'll talk about later, I love that movie, and I would love for that movie to get dubbed, although I sort of worry that I'm probably, like, a bit too old and stuff for it now, because it was about, like... people in school and stuff, and I when I watched it, I sort of felt I was like much closer to have been in school at the time when I watched it, whereas now I'm a bit. But then again, actually, no, because it sort of flicks between the past and the future, so actually maybe it's not too bad. Yes, we can't poison a Moongus unless you're a Salazzle. If you're a Salazzle, you can poison a Moongus. But otherwise, no. Yeah, it doesn't work. Right, Giga Drain, more like Giga Lame. So there we go. Amoonguss, can you sleep powder though? Can it? I don't think in this mode it can. I think it has like Clear Smog, Venoshock, Giga Drain, and is it Pollen Puff? I don't think it can put anyone to sleep in this mode. Thank goodness. Unless it has like Effect Spore maybe. But yeah, cool man, yeah. You must admit you've only watched parts of Studio Ghibli movies. Oh, that's a shame. There are some good ones. I'll keep going through my list. But yeah. So far, like Castle in the Sky is like it's like my favorite one, I think. But then, and like Kiki is like lovely. Porco Rosso's good fun. Again, Porco Rosso is definitely it's a bunch of stuff that happens. Doesn't really have a story, but it's still quite interesting and compelling. Michael Keaton is the titular Porco Rosso, and is very good. My favorite thing about Porco Rosso, it's set during World War II, but not in a Grave of the Fireflies way. But it's like Europe. Actually, that could be worse. But it's I don't know. It's like it's more easygoing. But without being easygoing. But like it's just not as stressful as Grave of the Fireflies. Okay. But no, Porco Rosso. But no, it's good. My favorite thing about it is in the dub. So basically, yeah, it's a movie like set in Europe, right? It's about like a bunch of Italian characters, right? All of whom just speak with like American accents, bar one. David Ogden Stiers does an accent. But yeah. Kieran, if you wanted to switch Togedemaru, you could, because it is asleep, and Amoongus resists electric and is bulky and stuff. Oh, Rage Powder. It's not Pollen Puff. It's Rage Powder. But yeah, Togedemaru could switch here. Just for like health, like or thingy reasons. But yeah, so it's like kind of set around Italy. Like all the characters are like Italian. And who do we want to go for here? Who's Amoongus good at? I would say actually Maractus could be quite good here because Amoongus is like super effective against that. There is a scientist. I would kind of prefer Kieran not do science, but I suppose in theory. Oh, we went for Grimmsnarl. Okay. To quote Jamie Lawson, I wasn't expecting that. Backpacker. Well, no science and no Maractus, unfortunately. I'm going to go with an expert belt, just because it's the best thing I've got. Although actually, maybe I should have gone with like Lumberry. But okay. But no, so Italians, so yeah, so but basically, like the English dub, basically, it's just like American actors kind of using their own voices, except for David Ogden Stiers, who is Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast. He does like an Italian accent. But it's basically about a bunch of Italians. Everyone speaks with an American accent, though. But there is one American character in the movie. He's like a hotshot American pilot, and he also speaks with an American accent. But he's played by an English actor, Cary Elwes. And that's my favorite thing about that movie, that it's got all these Americans doing American actors, but they're like playing Italians. And then there's an American character who has an American accent, but he's played by an English guy. Like, so an actual European. So there are all these like Americans doing American accents playing Europeans, and then there's a European doing an American accent playing an American. I love it. It doesn't make sense, but I love it. It's great. So that's my favorite thing about Porco Rosso. But no, Porco Rosso though, it's like a nice fun one or whatever. Whisper of the Heart is one of my absolute favorites. It's a really lovely, like, sort of teen romance kind of story. It's very sweet. It's really lovely. It also has Cary Elwes. The bits with him in are a little bit disjointed from the rest of the film, I feel, and they go on a little bit too long. Like, that's kind of the weakest part of the film. But in terms of just, like two teens finding their identities, trying to figure out what they want to do in the world, the self-esteem issues they have and stuff like that. It's really sweet and really lovely. I love Whisper of the Heart. It's really beautiful. And like the dub is great and whatever. Again, I mean, I've only watched the dub for like all of these apart from like 2, but you know. So yeah, if you're a creator of any kind, Whisper of the Heart will speak to you. Exactly, Kevin. See, Kevin gets it. Kevin's a creator. Okay, Princess Mononoke. I'm actually not that big on Princess Mononoke. I still like it, and I think it's cool, but it's sort of... It's kind of... The thing about, like, Princess Mononoke is it kind of, like... It sort of simultaneously isn't a story, but simultaneously isn't, like, a load of stuff that happens. Like, it kind of feels like a half-baked story in a way. That's kind of the weakest part of it. And there's also this one aspect of it that I won't get into, but where it kind of, like... It kind of like has something that builds up to, and then it just kind of crumbles apart immediately, and it's like, okay, that was weird, like building up to that, and then nothing happened. But other than that, though, it's a very cool film. Princess Mononoke is really cool. And like things like visually and stuff like that, it's great. Again, got some cool people in the dub. And it is a cool film, and it is really good. Xerneas is in it, kind of. I don't know. So there we go. Also, what is it with this Grimmsnarl? I'm putting. What is it with everything going to sleep? But okay. So yeah. So Princess Mononoke is really cool. It's not strictly my thing personally, but that's not me saying that it's bad or anything in any way. It's just I know other people like and appreciate it more than me, and it's, I guess, just because like they are who they are and I am who I am, and that's that. So My Neighbors the Yamadas. I didn't really like that one. It's like very sort of like visually, I don't think it's very nice, and it's sort of weird. I think that might have been not dubbed as well. Oh no, that did have a dub. Yeah, it's just you can skip that one, and we can skip swapping for this Grimmsnarl as well, because we're going against Thunderous and we don't need it. Kaz, hello, welcome. So greetings from Paldea. So yeah. So My Neighbors the Yamadas, you can skip that one. It's more of an obscure one, to be honest. Spirited Away, a classic. It is a good one. Again, Spirited Away is a good example of where, like, the story structure is different. It does have a story, but the structure is very different. And there are just things where a lot of these movies are very slow burners. Again, it's a very different pace and style of storytelling, and Whisper of the Heart includes that. But Whisper of the Heart is cool, and it is good, and it does have a good dub and everything. So, alright, Ice Beam, more like an Ice Beam. And then Rock Slide will be good. Yeah, so Max Rock Fall is going to be really good here. Like Venoshock or whatever's going to be cool. And then, yeah. I'm going to go with Psychic, just because that can lower special defense. If it sets up terrain, I'll obviously switch to Thunderbolt, but I'm going to go for that special defense chance right here, right now. So, yeah. And Sand Force, good point, Cool Man, yeah, Sandstorm, Sand Force, yeah. Okay. Right. I like it, though, yeah. So yeah, Spirited Away, it's like a classic for a reason. It is very good. It won the Oscar. It was like the first ever animated movie Oscar, I believe. When they introduced the animation category, I think Spirited Away was the first one. So, and I think deservedly so. Although it was up against like Shrek and stuff. Like, I think Shrek kind of deserved it as well, but you know, it's very hard, obviously, comparing Shrek to Spirited Away. Right, Psychic, special defense down. Ooh, a crit. Oh, but no down. Okay, but the Ice Beam, more like a nice beam. Dang, that was with a boost? That's a shame. Right, Venoshock, nice. And then we're going to get a little bit of chip damage here. So that's cool. We're not too worried about the Sandstorm here. Just because, it's getting Thunderous as well, so it's fine. Obviously, it can use rock moves against us now, which we are going to have to be a little bit wary of, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. My next one, another one of my favorites. Oh, here's the rock. Here comes the Dwayne. The Cat Returns. It's sort of like it uses the fictional character that's created within Whisper of the Heart, but it's not. It's sort of a pseudo sequel to Whisper of the Heart, but it's also not. The Cat Returns. I wouldn't think of it, even though it's called The Cat Returns. I wouldn't think of it as anything related to Whisper of the Heart, to be honest. It's perfectly enjoyable as its own thing. It's such a fun movie. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes, so it's really easy to digest and stuff like that as well. And because of that, it's really nicely paced. It's not too much. It's not like a slow burner or anything. It's definitely one of the best paced movies they have. It's really fun. Anne Hathaway is amazing in it. She's such a trooper for all the screaming she has to do in that movie. Carrie Elwes is so great as the cat. And the rest of the dub cast are really fun as well. Cat Returns was really fun, though. It's really fun. Satella, hi, welcome. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. I love it in Spirited Away when Smash Mouth played. Somebody once told me your parents turned into pigs, and I felt really sad for this young kid. Well done, everyone. So, Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Let's see what we got here, shall we? So, Charmeleon is a no. Amoongus is an Anoongus. Grimmsnarl, Cats Are Fancy. Hello, we're just talking about The Cat Returns from Studio Ghibli. Are you a fan of it? It's a good movie. I like it. Grimmsnarl is not shiny, but will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? That doesn't look any different from a Thunderous, I don't think. Jeez, you had a crush on Haku, to be honest. I think I would have if I'd have watched it like a few years before I did or whatever. Because yeah, she was great. Oh no, wait, Haku. No, wait, Haku's from Spirited Away, isn't it? So I was thinking like the Cat Returns girl, like the Anne Hathaway one. But isn't Haku the Spirited Away character? I can't remember. Let me know if I'm getting my characters all confused. Or is she like Haru? I can't remember. Is there a Haru in Ghibli? It's been a long time since I watched these movies, man. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's check some natures and abilities. No sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles, and no sparkles. Let's check the old spreadsheet of Reno before we go back to the Ghibli list. The Ghibli list. So Charmeleon is not a Magmar. Amoonguss is not a Lampant. And Grimmsnarl is not a Dubwool. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it? But yeah. Grimmsnarl, that's okay, but I'm going to go for Charmeleon. If that's okay with everyone. So here we go. Haku is the boy from Spirited Away. Okay, yeah, the Jason Marsden one. At least I got it on the second try, because we had moved on to Cat Returns. So the fact that I then remembered that, like, even though we'd moved topics, the fact that I did remember that you were talking about a different film, like without any context to the whole dragon thing and stuff. Like, yeah. Okay. I read that as bowel cut. No, I've done that before. I've done that before with things. So cool, man. Yeah, that's totally fine. Right, well done, Team 3. Seriously, very well done, because I'm kind of sleepwalking through these today. So you guys are playing really well. Disembowel him. Okay, if you understand that reference, kudos. So, chat, my lovely chat, we're going to save this ticket. And then we're going to... Maybe we could just do a Kartana, because that's a nice easy one. But could you guys let me know what your tickets are? We're done with my tickets for the day. Could you guys let me know what your tickets are in the chat, if that's okay? I am currently looking for Tapu Bulu, Nihilego, Boswell, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, and or Stakataka. So let me know if you have any of those in your tickets. Ready, set, bow. Just do like strike number of times you've played. Let me know what you've got. Okay. So, Nihilego. Okay, Kevin does that. So let's do like a Kartana with Kevin. Oh no, you're okay, Kieran. Don't worry. I think again when we get to the middle, like it's fine. You're good. You're good. You're good. Right. Anyway. But yes. Okay. So. And then Coolmania has Celesteela. Ooh, we could do a Celesteela in like 20 minutes as well. Or Guzzlord. Okay. What's Coolmania? Oh, Strike One. Oh, I was like, what are you apologizing for? Oh, yeah, you're a Strike One. No, that's okay. Again, I know I do have all this on the spreadsheet, like who's played how many times, but sometimes my spreadsheet isn't up to date, and it keeps you on your toes, and it's just easier for me to, like, have everything all in one place on the screen rather than, like, looking at two. Like, if I was, like, looking at everyone and being like, right, how many times has Kevin played? Okay, how many times has Kieran played? Okay, how many times has Choose played? Like, it's just easier if you just say how many times you've played, like, next to your name. So I do appreciate you guys going along with this system, and I promise there is method to the madness. Okay. So yeah, why don't we have, like, a Kevin Kartana? Because I think, like, most people can do Kartana, right? And then, so why don't we do... So if you guys can do a Kartana... Could you please let me know? Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 2 p.m. is when I stream. Could you guys please let me know? Strike the number of times you played, and if you can do Kartana. Ready, set, bow. And then here we go. So if you guys could let me know, we'll do Kartana first, and then maybe we could do like a Coolmania, Celesteela or something in 20 minutes. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to put Kartana. I'm going to put Kevin, and then... we'll figure this out from here. So, Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got... oh, Cheese! Cheese can play. Okay, Cheese is in. Okay, so we might have to do... we might have to do some Nightbot, okay? Nightbot might have to... Kevin's like, thank goodness I'm already in the team. Yeah, okay. So let's have number 1, Sky. Number 2, Cool Man, yeah. Cool Man, yeah. Misread Bowel, yeah. I don't know. And then Cuba. Okay. So, oh, I just put Sly instead of Sky. Well, Sky, you're officially Sly from now on. So, Sly Watcher. So, if it's number 1, it's Sly Watcher. Number 2, Cool Man, yeah. Number 3, Kiba. Okay, so this is the Nightbot random selection game. Whoever Nightbot picks here will be our 3rd player, okay? So, we'll see who this is. Ready, set, bow. It is. So we're going to have Kevin, we're going to have Cheese, and we're going to have Sly. I guess Nightbot liked the name change. No, Skywatcher is going to be our number 3. So Sky, come on down. So there we go. But hopefully we'll get to the rest of you in like 20 minutes. You'll have another chance in 20 minutes, okay? So yeah, Kevin, Cheese, and Skywatcher. Kevin, you're going to give us a code. And yes, it's the Silver Sky Cheese. It's back. It's back, baby. Maybe this will be the one where we get the shiny. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Fiddlesticks. I know. You'll get another chance, Kiba. I'm sure you'll get in 20 minutes. Right, so, internet. There we go. So, make sure you're connected on the Ycom. Talk to the nice lady. And then we're going to say, anything goes. And then, we're going to go... set up the code. We're going to go 0907 and then 7777. 7777. So there we go. That should do. So well done, everyone. Okay. So, back to the Ghibli list, maybe? But no. Oh, next up is Howl's Moving Castle. Whoa! Wonga! Satella just tipped $5.69. Let's bring it around town. Thank you, Satella. That is so brilliant. And thank you. That's really generous and a great reference as well. So I love it. Love it. So thank you, Satella. So Kartana is a grass and steel type. Steel is one of the best defensive types. Grass is one of the worst. Combine them together, and you actually get a really, really good defensive type, because steel and grass is only weak to fire, ×4 weak to fire, and then regular ×2 weak to fighting. So if we can get fire types, that's brilliant, and if we can get fighting types, then that's still very good. Defensively, just stay away from things that grass is good against, like water, ground, and rock, I guess. That's the main thing, honestly, and yeah, that's just about it. But if we can get fire types, then, like, we'll win, for sure. So, okay. Let's do this thing, shall we? Oh, great. Steel types are good defensively, I guess. I mean, Pelipper has Weather Ball. If we change the weather to fire... No, I'm going to go Flamethrower on Ordino. That's pretty good. And then I'd say Durant is probably the best out of the 3 things there. Let's see what we get, though. There we go. That's a bit tough. I mean, I'd probably still say Nidoqueen, because Nidoqueen is quite good. When we get in a situation like this, Nidoqueen is good against a lot of Pokemon, like, on the way to the Kartana. So I would say, yeah, so nicely picked, Cheese. But yeah, in situations like this, you just have to look at, like, well, what can get us through most easily? Okay, we got a rock and a ground. That's just fantastic. Okay, I'm not seeing any fire. Is there anything with fire moves, though? Oh, Colossal. Oh, Colossal's on the right. Let's get Colossal. Never mind. There is an actual fire type. Colossal's on the right. And then after that, yeah, there's not a whole lot after that. Probably the, like, Stunfisk or something. Could be good, but yeah, I think basically, do we basically just want to switch Nidoqueen for Colossal and like that's the strategy? I think that's going to be the strategy, right? Moping Mum! Oh, what does Wonga stand for? So Wonga is a sort of British like slang term for money. So that's all it is. And basically there was an advert years ago. Maybe I'll try and post a picture of this guy or something. I feel like I have posted a picture before, but I'll post a picture of it. Where, yeah, there was this advert. I think it was like for like trading in your old mobile phones or something like that. And, or maybe it was either like mobile phones or gold, like gold for cash kind of thing. And so they're like, do you need a bit of extra, like, money? Do you need, like, you know, this and that, like, money, bread, dough? And then there's just this one bloke who goes, Wonga! And it forever sticks in the head of people from England of a certain age range. Yeah, it's a classic. And so I've always remembered the term Wonga. And so it's basically just a way, it's basically just like a distinct way as well to be able to say like a YouTube super chat versus a sort of PayPal tip or whatever. So yeah, quid, dosh, reddies, bread, like honey, Wonga. Xander, did you actually like find the advert? Because I feel like that is what the line was from it. It's Mr. Krabs. But no, but Moping Mum, hi, welcome, happy Sunday. No, I know, that's the thing. Well, because of, like, Strike or Scepter or something, I totally get why you'd think, oh, does that, like, stand for something? Or is that, like, short for something? Or an acronym? But no, it's just, I don't know I don't know where Wonga came from as a term. Like, I don't get, you know, money, dosh, like, bread, dough... you know, I don't get where Wonga, I don't know, because with all that, like bread, like, say, you know, getting bread or something, like, that kind of makes sense, because it's like, oh, it's like a staple food, so, like, money is kind of a staple thing we all need, like, that makes sense, you know. I don't know where, like, dosh or like, Wonga comes from, though. So, yeah. Is strike an acronym? No, strike is just because I am on strike, so, for video games, as part of the... video game strike. So, oh, a Catechirus video. Oh, but that's the thing. He's probably referencing that advert. If he said that, he's probably referencing that advert. So, but yeah, I would talk more about the strike, but I did talk about it a whole bunch earlier, and I don't want to be repetitive for people who like had to hear it all earlier. But if you rewind, I talked about the strike a lot earlier. You could always do like a double switch, maybe. I can't remember what's ahead, though. Oh, Colossal. Oh, yeah, no, Kingler's a good switch for Colossal. So, I mean, Nidoqueen is good for Colossal, but Kingler's good as well. I know it has the Steam Engine ability, but that's really not a threat. It's really not a threat. Okay, but yeah, so if we switch here, then that'll be good. And then we'll be good. Then we'll all be good. Right, backpacker. I'll go with a life orb because, well, I don't know. Do we need the extra power? Maybe. I guessed he had for that video said it, and he told them to never say another British slang word again ever. Well, I don't know who the guest was, but there is a funny thing when like Americans try to say there are like some words that are just very British, and when Americans try to say them, it's like. It just doesn't work. Like, there are a lot of, like, British swears that I think the reason they don't catch on in America is just they don't sound good by Americans. I won't say what the swears are, but you can out loud in your head, not on your keyboard. You can say them in your head out loud, and these don't sound as good. Right, anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna Dynamax here for, like, you know... I'm gonna Dynamax here for turn 4, player 4 reasons. But we gotta hope Kingler hits here with the crab hammers. Like, oi, bruv. That's like stuff like that. Can you imagine Americans, like... Hey, oi, bruv. You know, like, it just doesn't work, you know. So... But yeah, oh well. Okay, should we get back to Studio Ghibli? Because I think we've sort of answered questions and stuff like that for now. I can't remember what took us on all this path, but swears like or whatever. But yeah, yeah. So Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is another one where lots of cool stuff visually, interesting characters and stuff like that. But again, oh no, one-time meteor beams. Watch out for the one-time meteor beam. Hang on. No, Durant. Oh my god, it just got knocked out by a meteor beam. Not even a flamethrower, but meteor beam. Oh gosh. But anyway, Bark. As long as Kingler can hit with crab... Did Kingler hit the crab hammer? I'm a bit worried that didn't hit or something. Right, Shadow Ball. Crab Hammer. Okay, there we go. That's more... Did Crab Hammer miss? The first time? Oh no! Stop using Meteor Beam! Oh, guys, this is getting dangerous. That's gonna one-turn. That's gonna one-shot. Dang. There are things in Howl's that make no sense unless you are paying super attention or read the book. That's true, Katsufatsu. Because that's the thing I was gonna say. Howl's Moving Castle is another one where, it's kind of like a bunch of stuff that happens rather than a story, sort of thing, and I don't know. So, again, it's another sort of weird one where it doesn't really say super duper have a strong story with, like, a strong, like, beginning, middle, end. A lot of these films start strong. They have, like, beginnings, and then they have middles, but then they just don't really have an ending, and Howl's Moving Castle is a little bit like that as well. But again, nice performances and stuff like that. But it is a nice one. Again, and if you're like a very visually oriented person and you appreciate like just a film that like looks good and stuff like that, or some good voice acting, then, you know, Howl's Moving Castle is a fun one. And good in that regard. I don't think we're going to win this. 2, 4, 6, 8. That is great. Oh, it's a healed. I was kind of really hoping for like a attack boost so that like Kingler could... Wait, Kingler's dead. Oh, crud. Okay, we ain't winning this. Okay. Okay, well, who we Dynamax is not actually that important. So, like, that's okay. Ah, crud. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, I tried. I tried, everyone. I really, 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 really tried. We have to KO this thing quickly, like crab hammers and everything else. Oh gosh. I'm running out of hyper voice. But that's okay. Right, here we go. So yeah, Howl's Moving Castle. Tales from Earthsea. We did talk about this one a little bit, so I won't go on. Like, I can't actually remember a whole load from this. It's quite a forgettable film. It is kind of average. It's like not that great. Has some good voice acting and stuff though, like Timothy Dalton. And that just one shot because of 2 special attack boosts. Crud. Guys, we are down to our final life. Oh no, we're not going to KO it because the sun is up. See, but this is... See, if a computer uses Meteor Beam twice in a row, like, this is what happens, you know? Like, it just is bad, man. Right, Crab Hammer, please, critical hit. Oh, crud. 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 I'm going to recommend one thing here. Use superpower. Use whatever move's accurate here, okay? Don't use, like, whatever's, like, the most effective. Use, like, most accurate. So I'd recommend, like, superpower and, like, X-Scissor or whatever it's got that's, like, powerful. Because we don't want to miss here. We have to hit our move here. Like, Thunderfang can miss. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Reflect is not that great. Oh, a risky Thunderfang, but it works. So it's okay. But yeah. Okay, we can still win this. Guys, I'm a bit worried though. What do we... Oh, actually, no, this... okay. This is actually going to be okay. If we go for the Stunfisk, okay, it is a risk to Colossal. I'll grant us that. I think everyone else is okay against it, but Colossal has... Okay, I have a plan for the Durant. Sorry, for oh, Durant has no health! Okay, oh, Durant, switch. Because we need the health. I think we have to switch Durant here, because of the health. I think we have to switch Durant because of health. But we might struggle against Kartana by having a Kingler, but we can. Oh no, but we can switch Kingler for Stunfisk, right? So yeah, this is fine. Oh my gosh, look at that fog. Look at that thunderstorm and the fog. Oh my gosh, it's so stormy. But yeah, if we go left for Stunfisk here, because Quagsire is going to be too bulky. We're not going to be able to take down a Quagsire. But Stunfisk we will be able to take out. I actually wonder, if I Dynamax here, that means Colossal could Gigantamax against the Kartana, and that could be really good. So, this might be okay. If I'm the one Dynamaxing here, this works out really well. Now, Durant should use Metal Sound here, okay? This is what oh no, we got rid of Durant. But that's okay. Durant, if you're still out there, like, if you want to be our 5th player, use Metal Sound. The rest of us, though, go with, like, accurate, super effective, like, flamethrowers, crab hammers, everything else. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I wasn't Dynamaxing there, was I? Okay. If I just passed on our Dynamax, I'm so sorry. But yeah, Dynamax if you got it. Dynamax if you got it. Because we need all the extra power we can get. I have lost track of all the Dynamaxing and stuff, but... Sorry, I did the, okay, I can't Dynamax, so I'm just going to select my move thing, but I didn't acknowledge it out loud, so I was a bit like, wait! Okay. But yeah, so Tales from Earthsea, it is quite forgettable. It is, like, it's okay. But it has some nice voice acting. It has some cool stuff visually, I think, if I remember. But yeah, it's just pretty, like, forgettable. Ponyo is almost 20 years old. What? No, it's over, I'd say over 15 rather than nearly 20. But Ponyo was, like, the first one I was, like, aware of, because it had a big, like, dub US push. Ponyo had, like, a really big Western push for it. I remember it has a really stacked cast, like, of, like, celebrities. Okay, please. No, oh, no, don't you dare do that on Drakloak. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. This is okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh gosh. Right, flamethrower, more like a lamethrower. Okay, so I think if we all just do what we're doing again, we should get a KO here. So this should be fine. And then, we're going to get rid of Kingler for Stunfisk, okay? It's very important we get rid of the Kingler. I know I don't have a whole load of health, but I have Flamethrower, and we're going to need that extra Flamethrower. Superpower, yes, more like a fire flower, yes! Okay, well done, everyone. Very well done indeed. Oh, I was going to say, Stunfisk, oh, one thing Stunfisk can use on Kartana, it could use Foul Play, and that could be quite powerful, ironically. Rather than, like, a Earth Power or whatever, you might want to use Foul Play. But, yeah. So, okay. So, I'm Dynamaxing next. Okay, with the low health, that's pretty good. Whoa! We just got a super chat, from Kieran. Stay strong, be positive, be kind, be happy. Our shiny luck may sometimes be bad, but we keep trying our best to get shiny. That is beautiful! Oh my gosh, that is so... that is so lovely. Thank you so much, one, for the lovely message, and two, for that, just your generosity as well. That's really amazing. Thank you. Sorry, I need to, like, concentrate on so many things here. Where do you exchange Armorite ore for Dynite? Isn't there, like, a... No, I can't remember. Isn't there, like, a dude, or, like, a miner dude? Like, a dude who's, like, a miner who stands outside a cave or something? I can't quite remember. You'll have to look it up. Because I actually can't remember. It's been a long time since I've been to the Isle of Armor. But thank you. That was an amazing super chat. Right. Hopefully I have enough health here. I am weak to fighting moves. This thing can use fighting moves. I'm a little bit scared. But basically, if we can get this Flamethrower and Max Flare off, we will be good here. This will be a victory for us, but we have to hope. So yeah. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Oh. Oh, crud. Hang on. What's happening? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting weird readings. Can you guys still hear me, or is it just the visuals? It's dropping loads of frames here. Hang on. Oh, and now it's just not working. Hang on. Hang on, guys. No, why is this not working? Hang on. Hang on, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. It's being all freezy and stuff. Sorry, so hang on. Whoa, hang on, we just got... Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, is that better? That looks like it's better now. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened there. It just suddenly dropped like 1,000 frames. And yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about at all. Maybe it was the Wonga. And then another super chat, $5. Oh my gosh, Kieran again. I'm always here to brighten the mood sometimes. Oh, well, that's very sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's really lovely. Again, sorry. Oh, no, it's dropping more frames. It just dropped like hundreds of frames. No. What is going on? Oh, sorry, too much stuff is going on. We got like super chats and we just beat Cartana. Stars and sparkles, everyone. But I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it does this. Let me go properties. Let me do a quick... Hang on. Oh, no, it's just dropped like another 300 frames. Okay. Oh, come on. Like, OBS, work, please. Okay, Kingler is a no. Oh, well, now I can't see my own stream. Okay. Okay. Right, okay. So now it's up to 2,100. So basically, we're like 2,200 frames dropped. So I'll let you know if it... Okay, now it's just gone up a few... No, it's good. Why is it dropping loads of frames? I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do about this. Okay, well, anyway, hopefully you can still hear me. Kingler is a no. Fisk is a no. But, why... but will we get the blue thingied Cartana? No! Oh, the humanity. Okay. Okay, we're up to like 2... Oh, guys, it's just dropping... It's so weird. On my preview, it's working fine. On, like, my preview, it's working fine. But it just says it's, like, dropping frames, like, all the time now. And there's nothing I can do about this. So yeah, I am sorry. You guys will just have to put up with it, okay? So I am sorry. There's nothing I can do to stop this. So I'm going to put the visual back. Hopefully the game will come back in a sec. But yeah, if it's still, you know, if it's still not working, again, I basically just, if it freezes, like, and like freezes for like 10 seconds or whatever, let me know. But if it's choppy, there's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. So, okay. Hang on then. There we go. Maybe that'll fix things a little bit as well. Okay, yeah, so we're past 3,000 dropped frames. Oh, this is so annoying. I've like upgraded OBS and everything as well. So like this shouldn't be dropping frames. Okay. So yeah, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. And then, okay, so let's just check the old spreadsheet arena. And then we'll get back to our... We'll get to our final round on our Ghibli list, okay? Guy, I mean, I have already addressed about the tech issues, guys. Okay, so... right, and again, like I've said, there's like nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Okay, so... Okay, so... Right, well, spreadsheet, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so Kingler is not a Magmar, Colossal is not a Dubwool, Stunfisk is not a Lampent, or a Dubwool, so that's fine. Are my roommates doing something? Maybe they're doing something, I don't know. But okay. So I'm just going to take... Do any of these have... Okay, that's a modest Kingler, that's funny. Oh, a modest Colossal, there we go. I'll take that. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Okay. Right. We haven't had any more drop frames in all that time, so that's the last minute or so, so that's good. Are there any older records that you wouldn't mind erasing? I don't want to erase any, thanks. So, okay. So, here we go. So, right. So, guys, oh, whoa! Jeepers. Another $5 from Kieran. Thank you so much. Don't let OBS get in the way of the fun. Stay positive, think kindly. Well, thank you very much. That's very sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get into our final team and stuff like that. And then, and yeah, so we'll figure out our final team. So, can you guys, if you're a strike 0 or a strike 1, could you just let me know your wild cards, please? I think we said about maybe doing like a Celesteela possibly, but we'll have to see who's available. And then just let me know what your wild cards are, and then what we might do is we'll try and figure out, like, who the team could be, and then we'll figure out a legendary based off of that, okay? So, those are the wild cards. So, ready, set, bow, let me know. And this is if you're like a strike 0 or a strike 1, okay? But yeah, Tapu Bulu, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Guzzlord, or Stack Attacker, okay? Oh, actually, hang on. Do we have... Oh, yeah, we might not actually have that many strike 1s, might we? We have, like, Kiba. There's, like, Kiba, Coolman, yeah, Tenchi, Gage, Viv, and Cheese. Okay, so let's see. So Coolman, yeah, Cheese, and if Kiba's here and if Kiba's a strike 1, which is true, Kiba like has Nihilego. Oh, Kiba has Pheromosa. I thought Kiba had Nihilego for some reason. Okay, would the 3 of you be good with Pheromosa? Oh, hang on, Moping Mum. Oh, hang on, Moping Mum hasn't played. Oh, okay, this is gonna be... Ah, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so hang on, we have Kiba, we have Moping Mum, we have Coolman, yeah, and we have Cheese. Moping Mum, like, has to play, because by virtue of being a strike 0. So, let's see what we've got here. Okay, hang on, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, hang on a sec. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. No, hang on. No. I'll do this the proper way, though. Right. Kiba, Cheese, Coolman, yeah. Okay. So here's the Nightbot. This is going to be the Nightbot negative selection game. Because I think basically, depending on what 2 we pick, this could affect the outcome. Now, if we can't find something that works for like all 3 of you, then we might have to pick the other one. But I'm hoping that if we do this, the Nightbot random, the Nightbot negative selection game. So Kiba is out. Kiba is out of there. This is probably the hardest one to work out, isn't it? Because Cheese only has Kartana and can't do Celesteela, and Coolman, yeah, has Celesteela, which Cheese can't do, and Moping Mum doesn't have any tickets. So, I tell you what then, the Nightbot non-negative selection game, Kiba, you have been selected, because I think you're the only person who's, like, compatible here. So, can Coolman, yeah, and can Coolman, yeah... Oh, Coolman, yeah, can't do Pheromosa. Okay, if Coolman, yeah, can't do Pheromosa, and we just did unless we just do, like, a second Kartana. Or something like that, but we might have to do, like, Kiba, Cheese, and Moping Mum, and do Pheromosa. Because that way we could have 1 strike 0 and 2 strike 1s. And then that could work, and that could be good. So if it's like a Kiba-hosted Pheromosa, so like a Kiba Pheromosa with like Cheese and Moping Mum. And then that works for like everyone, I think. And then that's like a fair way of getting the people who are like lowest on the how many times they've played ladder. But then I am sorry, Coolman, yeah, I was hoping that we could find something there, but I think basically it's just you, Cheese, and Moping Mom just unfortunately is a bit of a unfortunate incompatibility thing. But yeah. But yeah, so okay. So this is gonna be so Kiba, hang on, where did I write it? Kiba, Cheese, and Moping Mom, and this is gonna be for a Pheromosa. And then if we have any issues connecting, then maybe we'll have to figure out a different team. But does this sound good? Does this make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so we'll go on the YCOM, and then we'll talk to the nice lady, and then we're gonna say anything goes. And then here we go. So here we go. So we're gonna so Kiba's doing Pheromosa, so Kiba's gonna give us a code. Hopefully. In theory, in game theory. And then we'll talk about Ponyo. Because Ponyo was like my first one, I think. Or it's the one that got me interested at least. Maybe I like ended up watching one or two others before Ponyo. But I think Ponyo might have been my first. And I am going to have a sip of water if that's okay. If Cool Man Yeah and Cheese felt like reminding me of this moment in like a future stream, you are welcome to. That like, hey, Nightbot like picked you, but then we still didn't go with you because of incompatibility issues. So you're welcome to remind me that. You're welcome to say that like Nightbot. Do you like? Hey, do you remember when Nightbot messed up democracy? And then, you know, if you say that to me, I'll hopefully remember what you're talking about. Right, we got our silly Sob and our Kara over there. So yeah. So well done, everyone. So, what are we doing? Pheromosa is a bug and fighting type. That means it's super duper mega weak to flying type moves, but it's also weak to fire, psychic, and fury. Yeah, I think it does have throat chop, doesn't it? So watch out if you got a psychic type. But no, otherwise it's frail. It's easy to take down. It's fine. Cool man, yeah, you have a Nightbot voucher. Oh yeah, you could say, do you remember I have a Nightbot voucher because he messed up? If you say you've got a Nightbot voucher and that Nightbot messed up democracy, I should remember what you're talking about. Unless it's like a year from now. I can't promise like a year from now. But in a couple of days from now, I'll remember. Okay. Flying. Okay, but this has fire, so fire's good. Fire, psychic, fairy, flying. Oh, flying! And if it's seeking, that means it can Dynamax. It can Dynamax and use max airstream. More like a max airstream. Yeah, we wouldn't really be able to note it in the spreadsheet. Well, I mean, we kind of could in theory, but it's honestly just easier if people remember and then say. I do have an idea and a theory, but it kind of messes around with the spreadsheet a bit. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, there is flying has flying moves. So I'm just going this way. Forgive me if that's wrong. There's another Nidoqueen though. That's kind of fun. Okay. Right. Anyway, Bug. Yeah, I don't think we've really had many times where, like, I don't know, 3 people are, like, totally incompatible and stuff like that, so... Again, we'll keep it in mind for future reference. I do have, like, an idea about the ticket thing, but it's a little bit awkward to implement is all. And, like, particularly if it's kind of like a temporary thing. Okay. Anyway, Bark. Let's do this thing. I'm going to Burning Jealousy. I'm going to hope it uses Power-Up Punch, and then that I use Burning Jealousy, because that could be fun. Yeah, the Flying Zaltaria, who has, like, what, Dragon, Fairy, and Fire, or something like that. So, it's okay against Pheromosa, although it doesn't give us the power of the sun in the palm of my hand, but we have 2 flying types, so, like, it's fine. Right, back to the Ghibli. So Ponyo, yeah. So Ponyo, I think, was my first one. It was on like Film 4, which I talked about the other day. And yeah, Ponyo's really lovely. It's a little bit lacking in story. It's not like totally, but again, it is kind of like lacking that little something you would expect from like a full story, like beginning, middle, end. But it's still really nice. It's got like a stacked celebrity casting. Like it really does just have so many celebrities in it. But it's good. They're all good and stuff. So, but yeah, no. Ponyo's just really lovely, really sweet. It's an interesting film visually. Again, so if you're interested in different visual styles and stuff, Ponyo is quite interesting. But yeah, so Ponyo. Yes, it did use the power-up punch. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Cramorant, hello. Oh, who now has a voice acting career? Do go on. That sounds very interesting. Right, poison jab, more poison jab. Ow, dang it, I thought Seeking had a water move. Wait, hang on, what happened to the... Oh no, did my burning jealousy? Oh, did my burning jealousy not work? Oh, for the love of Nelly. But yeah, so Ponyo's really lovely. I'd recommend, like, I think it's like a good, like, if you'd like never watched any Ghibli movies, like Ponyo would be a pretty good, like, representation of Ghibli movies. I feel like it's a good first one to watch, I feel. Whereas something like Grave of the Fireflies is not. Like, it's not representative of what Ghibli is, I would say. Okay. So, Arrietty. Oh, did you guys know, fun fact about Arrietty, did you know that there are two different versions of Arrietty? Well, two different English versions of Arrietty. There's one that's, like, American with American actors, and then there's one that's British with, like, UK actors. Did you guys know this? Because some of you, if any of you have seen Arrietty, you may have, say, watched it in an American accent, and if I started saying, oh, it's got, like, an English accent, so this English actor or something, you'd be like, no, it doesn't. But yeah, so if you've ever watched Arrietty, like in English, there is a second English version. Because it's based on a UK series called The Borrowers, so that's why there's like a UK dub. The UK dub has like Mark Strong, Olivia Colman, Saoirse Ronan, and a young Tom Holland before he was Spider-Man. Oh gosh, we don't want this, do we? It does technically have a fire move, I guess, but like so does Nidoking, and it resists bug and fighting. So, okay, let's see what we got here. Who's the normal type? Is that like a... Oh, it's like a Persian or something, right? Yeah, I think Altaria is a little bit better. Yeah, and Altaria is actually better than Nidoking, I would say. So we could do that. Or yeah. And then we could switch Nidoking for it, and that could be good. But yeah, so Arrietty is like Studio Ghibli does The Borrowers. And yeah, so yeah, English dub, and then the American dub, what is it? It's like Amy Poehler and Will Arnett, back from when they were married. They're not married now. And then I forget who like the girl is in. I forget who Arrietty is in the American version. But in the I know the boy is David Henry, who was the son from How I Met Your Mother. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I can't remember who was Arrietty in the American version now, even though she's like the main character. But that's the thing, I've never seen the American version of Arrietty. I've only seen the English version back when I watched it in England. So it'll be fun to watch it someday. You didn't know so many actors are in Ghibli stuff? Yeah, no, they always get like real. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, I could go through all these and like list actors in them and stuff, and maybe I will afterwards. But yes, Arrietty's quite nice. Although again, it's kind of a bit lacking in plot, and there's a character who like does bad things, but there's no real like. I remember my brother said it was like this character like doesn't really have like. It's unclear what like their motivation is for doing it. And when I watched it, I was like, yeah, she kind of just does it like to be the antagonist rather than for like reasons. But yeah, it has like the English version has Emma Thompson's mother in it as well. If you're interested, wasn't he in Wizards of Waverly Place? Yes, that's it. Henry, I forgot his name. But yeah, like that guy, the Wizards of Waverly Place guy. Yeah, that is exactly who. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah. Ghost! Ghost! Hello, welcome. How are you? Lovely to see you. Okay, I used one max Phantasm. I'm actually going to use a max Strike here, now that I've lowered its defense down a bit. To, like, go on the physical side of things. Ice Punch, more like an Ice Punch. And yeah. So that's Arrietty in a nutshell. My Flash Fire! Which is useless here. But yeah, and then after that, they had the Wind Rises, which is very interesting. Another wartime one, but again, not as brutal or anything. It's more like gentle and stuff. Wind Rises is quite a nice movie. Again, another stacked English cast, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emily Blunt, I think Stanley Tucci might be in there, but I might be misremembering. But yeah, Wind Rises, very nice film. And again, it's another one where it's like visually very nice and everything. Just very gentle, easy, like Sunday afternoon watching, The Wind Rises. Just like sort of quite a nice, lovely film. But I don't know anything about Stardew Valley, I'm afraid. But there we go. So, Tales of Princess Kaguya. I think I maybe did watch that, but if that's the one I'm thinking of, it kind of, honestly, I think, like, visually it wasn't, I didn't really like it that much, and then, I don't know, if I did watch it, then it's pretty forgettable. I think I did watch that one, and I think it was quite forgettable. When Marnie was there, honestly, that's kind of forgettable, but it's still quite, I remember it being quite nice. I just can't really remember much about it now. I've never seen The Red Turtle, because that came along a few years later, and The Boy and the Heron I've not seen. So, but yeah, so I'll have to watch those someday. So yeah, I think Nidoking is a good switch here. Unless we get rid of Skarmory because of the burns. Maybe we get rid of Skarmory because of the burn, and Nidoking hasn't switched, so maybe Skarmory could switch, because it's burned, so it's not going to be as useful or anything. Okay, we switched. But there we go. Berries. Okay, nice. We're all healed up. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, so who do we want to go for? I think we want to go for Sandaconda, right? Because I think Dreadnought on the left there is going to be a pain. But yeah, I think basically either way here, this isn't a great pick. Like, this, either way, like, this isn't a great path, but like, yeah. But yeah, anyway. Where are the fun facts when you need them? I've listed stuff about actors and stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah. So the other movie I haven't mentioned, it is a movie, but it's listed under television, but it was like a TV movie. Ocean Waves, and this was a Japan only one, like, so Japanese language only. They haven't dubbed it. I would love for it to be dubbed someday. I'd love to be part of the podcast someday and stuff like that. But yeah, I really liked Ocean Waves. It was again, it's sort of just a nice, reflective, you know, sort of quite gentle movie and stuff. Just, yeah, I really liked it. Okay, I'm going to use one Burning Jealousy here, because I don't really know, like, what else to do. But I think as long as I save 2 for the Pheromosa, that's fine. And then, yeah. And then, yeah. Okay. But yeah, so Ocean Waves. I love Ocean Waves. I don't know if it will ever get a dub. I'm going to look up the Wikipedia. Release and home media. Japan. Internationally. It was released in the UK under Ocean Waves on January 25th, 2010, shortly before the planned theatrical release of Ponyo as part of the Studio Ghibli collection. So yeah, I remember one night. So, oh, guys, I have in the past, not so much these days because I've kind of figured out. Also, Cheese Freeze. In the past, I have struggled with sciatica. Does anyone struggle with sciatica here? Or does anyone struggle with sciatica but they don't realize what sciatica is? Or oh, wait, I think I just thought it out because of my fire move, crud. But yes. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know we were going to get a freeze, okay? But no, so sciatica... If any of you have any sort of tightness in, like, your calves or your thighs, that could be sciatica. Like, if they just sort of feel tight, like, or sometimes if you, like, say sit down for too long, or you stretch too much, or you sleep wrong or something, It's where you can get like sort of tightness in your like calves and your thighs, and it can kind of be quite like burning a little bit. Like tightness is probably the better way of putting it, but it can be quite burny in terms of how it feels. And yeah, and when you get like a real flare up of it, it can kind of stick around for a few days, and then you have to like just really not like stretch or overdo anything, like take lots of baths to like soak your legs in warm water, stuff like that. It really sucks. And so it's something I've struggled with in the past. I've realized a bunch of things that you can do to prevent it. So like don't wear like tight trousers or shorts or boxers or anything like that, like underwear. Be careful if you like sleep in like sleep in like looser clothing, and if you do have any looser clothing that kind of rolls up your leg, try to make it so that like like if you're wearing like pajama trousers, don't let your pajama trousers roll up when you sit or sit or sleep or lie down or anything like that. Sorry, Beyblade. But then also don't do things like rest your arms on your thighs, because that can kind of cut off like the blood circulation to your thighs, and like that can kind of mess it up. So like if you're like sat on the toilet, don't put like your elbows on your thighs or anything like that. Or just if you're sat down, like don't like dig your elbows into your thighs. That can kind of give you like sciatica flare-ups. Yeah, I don't think we want Sandaconda though, do we? I think we're good with everything else we got here. But yeah, Sea King can Dynamax here, and then the rest of us can all just attack with like super effective moves, and then this should all be good. So like lots of firepower and stuff. Literally, it should be pretty good here. I'm going to get a Bright Powder, because why not? But yeah, anyway, but I remember before I sort of knew what sciatica was, because for a long time I thought it was like growing pains. I know that sounds really weird, but like when I was young, or there were a couple of times, say I had like pains or whatever, and my mum said like, oh, it's growing pains or whatever. And I don't think I had like sciatica when I was a kid. But then when I started having like leg pain when I was an adult, I was like, maybe it's like growing pains, because it just seemed to be kind of random. It wasn't like after I really did anything in particular, apart from these small little things that I've been warning against. But I remember one night I like woke up in the middle of the night, and it was so painful, and like you can't go to sleep when you're like when you've got like a really bad flare up of it. So yeah, nowadays I like don't really have it anymore, but every once in a while I'll get it. But I have to be careful about like what kind of trousers I wear and what kind of underwear I wear and stuff like that. Okay, Burning Jealousy, here we go. Yeah, girl, Z Unique, lovely to see you. It has been a while, hasn't it? Oh, guys, if you haven't clicked like on the video, I know we had loads of dropped frames earlier. We haven't had any since those technical hitches. But if you could like the video, it does just help out so much. Thank you. But yeah, so if you've had like flare-ups of like tightness in your calves and your thighs, it really sucks. You like can't sleep or anything. And you have to kind of like, I don't know, get up and try and sort of walk it off until you get so tired that you need to sleep again. Yes, the burn, baby, burn. Lovely. Right, heat wave, more like a neat wave. But I remember one night I went downstairs. I think like I'd already watched Ocean Waves once, but it was on a second time and I wanted to watch it again. So I had, because here's the thing, because it's like in Japanese only, they showed it like in the middle of the night on TV, so I had to like record it. So I was like, oh, I want to watch it again, but they're showing it in the middle of the night. So I like recorded it and I was like, oh, I'll watch it in the next few days. And then I had this really bad night of sciatica. This was like a decade ago. Really bad night of sciatica. By the way, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in. Well done, Team 5. I feel alive. And then what happened was, so I had a really bad sciatica flare-up, and it was so bad, and I was like, I have to like go downstairs and just do something. Like I can't sleep, like and like lying down hurt. And one of the things about it is like lying down can hurt. Like it's actually easier to stand up than to lie down. And so I went down and I was sort of like, I turned on the television and I sort of flipped through and I was like, oh, screw it, I'm gonna watch Ocean Waves. So I watched this like, you know, Japanese subbed movie like between 3 and 4:30 in the morning, whilst I was like just standing up in the middle of my living room and just kind of like shifting my weight from like one foot to the other. But like, thank goodness I just had like a really nice movie to watch to like get me through this like excruciating pain. And so I'll always remember that. So, yeah, Viv, you make a very good point. By the way, aren't you due for a shiny legendary? This is the 5th and final Dynamax adventure of the day. I think maybe after like the 3rd or 4th I hit the magic 100 number, but the point is that after today, I am going to definitely be past the 100. So yes, as of, if we don't get a Pheromosa here, I will officially be entering the beginnings of a shiny legendary drought. So that is a good reminder, Viv. Oh, wait, she's got shiny. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? What? Shiny Hitmonchan. Oh, yes. Oh, cheese, you did it. You're the winner of the day. Unless I get the Pheromosa, of course. But yes, so cheese, that's brilliant. Congrats. That's excellent. But, okay, so my Hitmonchan is not shiny. You can't spell Hitmonchan without no. Altaria is not shiny. You can't spell Altaria without Altaria. Sandaconda! I think that's a regular Sandaconda because the eyes are green instead of yellow. But here we go. This is my final check of the day. And my final check of the... Mathematically, you should have a legendary. Will we get the Black Legging Pheromosa? Will we be in a drought? Show me the Black Legging Pheromosa. That's not got black leggings at all. No, guys, as of tomorrow, we will officially be in the beginnings of, at least. I won't say full on, but like beginnings of a shiny legendary drought. We haven't had a shiny legendary drought in a while. Well, actually, no, I think we kind of have, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I need to check dates and stuff like that, but oh well. So on a Ghost, I should have joined later. No, because then we would have missed you completely. This is the end of the stream now. So Hitmonchan has a modest nature. Altaria has like a rash nature or something like that. And so does Sandaconda. But yeah, Pheromosa, look, no sparkles. No sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles. So, Hitmonchan. As of December 2022, a dubbed version of Ocean Waves has not been released, making it the only Ghibli production that is not a short film to not have an English dub. If I had all the money in the world, I would cure hunger, and then I would get a dub of Ocean Waves and put myself in it. But oh well. Okay. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. That is it for today. Let's just check the old spreadsheet arena. Hitmonchan is not a Magmar. Altaria is from the Hoenn region. Sandaconda is not a Dubwool. And Pheromosa is a Pheromosa. I'm going to get the Altaria, because why not? But yeah. Yeah. Let me play a sad song on the world's smallest violin. Do, 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 do. This really is the world's smallest. I love that so much. It's one of those things where I don't think I like got that when I was a kid, because I don't think I like knew that phrase. But then now I love that joke because that is just really funny. Okay, Altaria is a no. So yeah. Okay, well that's it. Ooh, very interesting. We won't delete, but yeah, so Thunderous, Uxie, and Blacephalon. We've had them for 4 weeks now. 4 whole weeks, and we haven't had any of them as shiny. That is amazing. Right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. How many Pokemon do I have here? Have I filled... Oh, crud, I filled a whole box. Oh, wait, but Hitmonchan was the not most recent thing. I picked Altaria. Oh, crud, I have... Okay, I need to find where all my Pokemon are. Okay. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, that is it. That is all for today. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. You've been truly wonderful. I really appreciate all your love and support. Kieran, thank you for the super chats. And Satella, thank you for the Wonga. That was very kind. I really appreciate it, guys. Please take care. Lots of love to you all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back tomorrow, Monday, the 14th of April. I'll be back for more shiny Hunting Dynamax Adventures. Guys, do you think I will get a shiny... If I didn't get a shiny legendary this week, do you think I will get one next week? Because let's just do a quick bit of maths here. Let's just do a quick little bit of maths here. 0.999. So if I go all the way to next week and still don't have a shiny, the odds of that is about like 28%. So the odds of me going like 5 weeks if I play 5 weeks of Dynamax Adventures and I don't get a single shiny legendary Pokemon, the odds of that are like 28%, which is, you know, less likely than a Thunder. You know, I'm more likely to miss a Thunder than to not get a shiny legendary after 5 weeks. So do you guys think I will get it this time? Let's hope I do. But stay tuned, because mathematically, we're getting closer to it inevitably happening. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll come back this week. Take care, everyone. Like the video if you haven't. Again, apologies for that weird 5 minutes of dropped frames. We didn't have any issues, and then 3,000 frames dropped. Have no idea what that was about. Right, take care, guys. Lots of love. Like the stream. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully throughout this week. Take care, everyone. Bye.